Blog Talk Radio.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish, and I'm the host of this program. Well, I'm so excited that each and every one of you has tuned in today. If it's your very first time, welcome to our program. We have a hashtag out there, Divas That Care, and when you see that, it usually has to do with the movement that we are doing about talking with amazing women around the world and sharing their stories. So make sure that you check out all of our hosts on our Divas That Care network and check out our amazing books that we're doing. We have a lot of anthologies that we're putting out there just because we want to share all of these stories with all of you. And all of our proceeds go to charities. So it's always a great thing when we can do that also. Well, I'm going to get started. I'm going to be welcoming a brand new diva to my program. I'm excited. I'm going to be getting to know her along with all of you guys, because I haven't had the chance to chat with her yet. So I'm excited because what I did is that I went to her Facebook page and I was reading about the things that she's doing. And oh my goodness, she's absolutely inspiring. She is exactly the type of diva I need to interview today, because during everything that's going on in the world today, I think she's going to be a bright light. And I'm excited to, chat with her today. So Jacqueline Hunter, welcome to the program.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing intro. You are so awesome.
Well, I'm excited. When I saw that photo, I thought, oh my goodness, that's exactly what we need. We need that smile. We need that sunshine. And that's exactly what I think that you're bringing to the world today, like all that yellow and bright. And I love sunflowers. And I think that's what you were portraying as the sunflower in the world. And that is absolutely so beautiful. But I'd love to start with, if you could just spend a few minutes kind of sharing with us who you are.
Okay. So my number one job that I have is being a mom. I have 2 kids. I have a daughter who I mainly run this project with, and she is 9. And I also have a son, and he is 5, and they are both involved in sports. So it is very hectic, and I know a lot of moms can even relate to that. My kids are dropping stuff in the background. I'm sure you can hear that. And I work a full-time job as well. I work in medical, which is crazy right now. So right now I'm kind of balancing the homeschool and the working full-time and sports right now. I mean, they have come to a standstill right now, but they'll pick back up. But yeah, and every day is a challenge, and it's not just for me, it's for everybody out there. So I just want to bring some little bits of light to any day, put a smile on anybody's face, because I know very many people have blessed me through my life, and I just want to return that favor.
Oh, I love it. And that's what you're doing. But how did you and your daughter decide to start this project called Color the World Project? I love the name, by the way, but how did you guys start that?
Thank you. So it was so simple. A few different components kind of created this. There was a day I was just teaching my kids about Veterans Day. Just simple. And my uncles are in the military. We sent out maybe 4 cards just saying thank you for serving. That's it. That's it. And then happened my son landed in the hospital, and someone gave us a pair of socks, and they had a little note written to them attached with it, and I just thought that was such a nice gesture. And I was like, well, how can I return this favor? This meant so much, was so important to me. How could I return this to just a stranger? And my daughter was like, well, we made those cards for the veterans. Why don't we just do that for someone else? So we started doing it, and maybe, kid you not, 3 cards a month at a time. We were sending them to the Mayo Clinic, the hospital here, and even just a doctor's office, and that's it. And then we started doing it every month. I wanted to keep the routine going because I wanted to keep my kids, knowing that they, if you put it as a routine, they know it's just a habit. And I wanted to create that habit for them. Then I started pitching the idea to schools, and schools loved it. We had a couple classrooms, and then it turned into all schools doing it. Last year, we sent out 12,017 cards.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, all to children's hospitals and nursing homes. So
And can
that
I
was
ask
just
you a
like,
question?
I almost get emotional, like just over that number.
That is huge. I know that
Yeah.
with our listenership, we are listened to in 30 countries around the world now. And, you know, having a project like this is amazing. How did you go about this? Did you just, okay, so the question I have, because I'm just absolutely think this is amazing. So you just wrote cards, and then because they didn't have a specific name they were going to, you just wrote cards and then you delivered them to the locations?
So a lot of them, so when we started with the schools, they're like, we made these cards for you. And then they would send them home. They would find ways to get me. They would stuff them in backpacks. They would draw in the house. They would somehow I would pick them up, even like at Quick Drop. I would meet teachers there. And on my lunch break, since I do work in medical, on my lunch break every week, I mailed them out. So, I mean, I was paying for, we were paying for a good portion of that postage. But in the end, I think it's worth it. I think the lesson outweighs the cost way more.
Yes.
Yes.
And have you made this into foundation, or is this kind of just a movement that you're trying to get out there?
Yeah, I just want it to be like a movement, and I just want kids to like know that they have an importance in their life, like, and they can touch someone else's life, you know, and there's so many levels that you can create on just those cards, even handwriting. We have gone from a preschool, they can just write their names, they can add colors, you can teach them colors as they're creating the colors. And we have gone up to a college. So it's a good, like, nice variety of ages of people, that can create. And they're fun to do.
And they're fun, and you can send them anywhere in the world.
Right.
Wow. Well, I think this would be a great thing to do now that there's a lot of people at home right now.
I know,
do this with their children, to even just for themselves to do it, and to make unique cards that they can just send out. And last year, did it say that you did 12,000 cards last year?
Yes, 12,017.
Wow.
Yes. So right now,
and
all
what
the
is your
nursing
goal
homes are shut down.
Yes.
You know, I want to try to do 10,000. That was the goal last year, and we, of course, succeeded it. And I know now, since all the schools are shut, it's going to be a little bit harder. However, like I said, the nursing homes are not allowing any visitors. So, I mean, that's a good opportunity for anybody to make a card, and just look up your local nursing home and just send them a smile. You can even draw a flower, anything. It doesn't really matter, you know.
Oh, I love that. And I like that what we can do after this call, what we can do to all of you guys, we'll send this out to as many social media things as we can, Jacqueline, and let's get that movement. Let's have a movement that, you know, let's get all these cards out, and if everybody can do one in their family, and just think of how many cards we can send out.
I know. It's so amazing. And they go by so fast. I'm like, oh, wow, I made 20 already.
I love that.
I know.
I have a lot of friends that would love to do something like that. I think this is an amazing project. And you started a Facebook page that I thought was really cute. It had a lot of the cards on here, Get Better Soon, you know. So I'm wondering, a lot of these places that you'll send them to, hospitals and stuff, but if a lot of people are wanting to send them to veterans, do you know where they could probably send it, where, like, a location they can drop those off too?
Even just
or anybody in the military there.
Yeah, anybody in the military. There's probably someone in your family that can always relocate to anybody, you know, like the VA hospital is always one because they're usually veterans there and they're in the hospital, so that's always nice. And that's pretty local for any area. So that's an awesome one.
I share that with a lot of our friends and with our tribe that checks out, you know, is always listening to the Divas That Care. We'll make sure that we'll get this out there to as many people as we can, because a lot of people are on social media right now. They are at home. And I think that if we can do something like this, it's going to be something fun and, you know, bring a smile to somebody's face. I think it's really important nowadays.
Yes, I absolutely agree, especially right now.
So, Jacqueline, what kind of other things would you love to share with our listeners today? Do you guys have any more projects that you're going to be doing in the future?
So I know a lot of people, I love to create stuff and I love art, but I know a lot of people don't like art, and I get it. But there's other things that you can do to help out the community. One time me and my daughter just left like those hand warmers. We left them at the bus stops for people waiting. So you could always do stuff like that. We've brought chips and salsa to fire stations to help them. We've handed out socks to the homeless. I mean, there's just even just acts of kindness. Yeah, once it's like embedded, once it's embedded in their gene, they naturally just do it. And I know a lot of things with moms, it's kind of fun. Like with my kids nowadays, I do like on their birthdays, like we're getting ready to turn 5. We have to do 5 acts of kindness. Next year we'll do 6, and document it that way because that's always fun to do. Yeah.
I really love that. And you're definitely getting that information out there. I'm listening to you right now, and I just got this big smile on my face because that's exactly what the Divas That Care is all about, is sharing that out there with as many people and doing random acts of kindness and wanting to share people's stories like that. And I love that you're teaching your children at a young age to do things like that.
Yes, it's such an important lesson and like easy to do. We're all busy, and it's just easy to just say hello. It's not that hard, but it could change someone's life.
I love that. Could you share your website, you don't have a website, but can you share your Facebook with all of our listeners today so that they can check it out? Perhaps they can get a hold of you and you guys can connect.
Oh, absolutely. So on Facebook it's Color the World Project. There is a website. It's like in the works, but it's colortheworldproject.com. It's just a picture, and it links you back to the Facebook page right now, but it's in the works. And it's also on Instagram at Color the World Project KS to each other. But yes, feel free to message anything.
Well, I can't wait till your website's done because I know that you're going to have a lot of great pictures and stories up there because it looks like that. So for any of our listeners today, do check that page out because it's absolutely great. There's so many cute pictures of people, of what these kids have created. And, sharing these with the world, I think, is what we need. And it will bring a smile to your face. And I love the ones that you were doing with the hand washing. I thought that was really cute, too.
Yes. Yes, that was fun. During spring break, we tried to do a craft a day and, linked it to a book. But, the hand washing is fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're always putting a lot of inspirational things on your page also.
Yes. I try to. I started just really, really simple, and it just blew up, and it was just so amazing, and I'm so proud of it.
Well, I think you're doing a great job, and we really appreciate that. And I'm just excited to hear more about your stories, about you and your daughter and the things that you're going to do in the future, because this is exactly what 2020 needs out there, and having your story is definitely that. So thank you so much, Jacqueline.
You're welcome.
Any last-minute things? I would love to ask if there's any last-minute things you'd love to share, tips, tools, inspirational things for our listeners.
I would just say, this is a hectic world, and we're always so busy, but if you could just take 5 minutes and just say something kind, even do a random act of kindness, send someone a card, open a door, smile, say hello, it'll make everybody's life smoother and more meaningful for you too.
That is beautiful. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And a big thank you to your daughter for, obviously, she's inspiring you also to do this. And I just want to thank you very much for coming on the program today, because I know what it's like having your kids at home and doing the homeschooling and doing that. It is kind of crazy.
Gosh, I know.
And it's the world we live in at this moment.
I know. But, we'll get through it.
It will be, it'll be great.
Yes.
It's going to be, exactly. And if we can do random acts of kindness for people out there, I know a lot of you are homebound, and so going out and doing certain things is probably not possible at the moment, but, doing something like this and making a card and, saying something kind to somebody out there is a wonderful thing to do. And I hope that each and every one of you and maybe is able to do something like with that tonight. So, Jacqueline, thank you so much again. And I want to say thank you to all of our amazing listeners. It's because of you that we've continued to do the Divas That Care for the last 10 years, and we just love it. We love hearing inspirational stories. We love being able to talk with women from around the world and hear what they are doing. And as Jacqueline is doing, she's inspiring so many people with what she's doing, and she's making homemade cards and random acts of kindness, and it's something that all of us can do out there. So, thank you for, as I said, everything that you do. To all of our listeners, I hope that each and every one of you has an amazing day. Stay safe. And, as we always say, do something kind for somebody out there. And until next time, have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye for now.